come out to get this drive started. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Cook. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Hey, nice job by the offense there, attacking the middle of the field. Excellent route, finding the soft spot in the defense. Nice job by the quarterback putting it right on his guy.
Rush is on him. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them. They're dealing with a second and long. They just keep firing. And it's picked off for the third time today. He's knocked down the one play to come up with the interception.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
He might want another play. Manning. He's going to take off. Did the work himself. Turns it on at midfield. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
That's caught. It smothers. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. We want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. It's a fumble on the play. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got it in the middle. It's Haas. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15.
And obviously trailing in this football game now in the second half. This is exactly what they talked about at halftime. We've got to create some explosive plays in the passing game. They're going to need a lot of this, and the defense is...
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you've just got to take off and get it.
Pressure coming. Complete in the middle. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
This offense was just hoping for one big play. They finally got it. They're trailing big in this game, and they needed that pitch and catch to put them on the doorstep to make this a game again. Give them credit.
He's got it inside the 15. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
And the point after is good. And he's going to bring this one out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. they'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Here's Manning to throw. That's caught. It's Townsend. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside of wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now,
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. Still on his feet.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Throws for the tight end. Makes a connection. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal. The Rebels headed quickly to the line. He's looking to pass. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about in the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
He's got it. 2-point conversion is good, and now they're within a field goal. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Delayed handoff. It's Smothers. Found just enough running room. He picks up 4 to the 15. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Goes out of bounds at the 25, and that's the way to get it out of your own end. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Trying to get the edge. It's Smothers. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Throwing Manning. Here's the pressure. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Longhorn! Ball into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
How about the bomb? The long field all the way across the field. Big-time play, big-time throw. Receiver runs underneath it, takes it to the house. Huge play for this offense.
How about this? These guys are going for 2. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Under fire. Into the end zone he goes. 2-point conversion is good, and the lead stands at 11. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with a big play. 68 yards on the touchdown pass. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. First play of the drive comes from the 22. He's looking to throw. Complete to the left. And they'll move the chains with the first down, but that might be it for the third quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So first down will open up the final period. And run inside. It's Lacey. Got enough for the first. Here's a little room there. Touchdown, Rebels! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. The Rebels surge back on top.
Man, how nice is it to be down and you need to score points when you can just hand it to your running back and he can make big plays like that. Jesse, they're going to need more of those to get back into the football game. They've dug themselves a little bit whole, but that was a good start.
Yeah, I think the defense probably kicking themselves too. I don't know if in this 2-minute type situation, if they're expecting them to run the football, but somehow, some way, you've got to be able to gang tackle this guy and not let him take it to the house from that distance and score points. Moving forward now, the run defense has got to shore up for this defense.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. And the Longhorns want to pick up the tempo.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
Manning tries to pick it up on third down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Right on the money. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Fourth down, Manning. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
And how about this offense, man? They put the ball in the hands of the guy they trust the most. Fourth down, needed conversion. You're wanting to salt this clock away. You want this game to end with you guys possessing the football. Big fourth down conversion.
They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. The Longhorns go rolling down the field. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Brown. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Caught close to the marker. It's Wingo. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. A give to Brown.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They go play action with Manning. The short hands, it's Brown. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
And the Longhorns kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. He's got the tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Pulls it on the option. Runs through the tackle. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward,
touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Arch Madness. He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And he got into the house for the 6 to finish it. Fielded in the end zone. It's Alexander. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll start this drive going to the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Gill. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down.
Hey, the defense is going to give you those all day. We're late in the game now. They've got the big lead. Expect them to play big zone defense to try to keep the football in front of them. If you want to throw it short, they're just going to rally to the ball and just bleed this game out.
And obviously, guys, this drive is critical. You're down. You've got to score. So with a couple of timeouts in your pocket, man, like, that changes the whole...
He's going to let it go. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. A pair of teams ranked in the top 7, ready to square off and do battle. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Texas Longhorns. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Hey, guys. Georgia's head coach told me pregame, this is a challenging environment, bringing his team in here against a very quality opponent. This has so many implications for postseason, rankings, strength of schedule, all of those metrics. But more important, he knows how hard it is to get a win here on the road. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And the game is underway with a kickoff out of bounds. Not the way you drew it up, but a great break for this offense. Gonna run it. It's Smothers. There he goes. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
This offense has put a pretty good drive together, man. Like showing a little bit of balance, back-to-back plays, creating some chunks of yardage, and now really set up in a position to do a first and goal, and the defense, their head's spinning a little bit because mixing the run and pass really well on this drive.
And he's in! Touchdown, Longhorn! Smokey the Cannon, not the only one using explosives around here, and it has electrified this Longhorn crowd.
I mean, coming out on point, coming out dissecting the defense, scoring early in front of this crowd. You know good and well, all these fans love their school. Texas has got so much pride. This gets them going early.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Here's a heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got to...
He wants to go deep. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Grabbed over the middle. It's Smothers. And midfield, he's got room. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And that's a nice job by the offense. Man, I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. This time, It's the running back turned wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job spreading the formation and really making the defense make a decision.
He'll be knocked down, but not before doling out some punishment and getting 7.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Finds his man. It's Townsend. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Finds the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. They stop him well short of the marker. It's 4th down from the 27. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Throws toward the end zone. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Makes a pass to Marker. Finding some room. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting him.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. 1 snap, 1 touchdown. Looks like he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. To throw, Manning. It's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
Handoff for Frazier.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Just feeds the running back. Picks up the first down. Got some room into the goal line. And he scores! Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football, good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. You saw it right there.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's Arts to throw. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Texas calls his campus the 40 acres. This running game might cover 40 acres before it's over.
That would be a heck of a day. I don't know how many yards that would be. That would be a quick conversion. How good's your math, Reese, to try to calculate that? But they're having a lot of success, a lot of history with great running backs at the University of Texas. And this guy is having a day.
To the air, it's Manning. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Smothers. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Third down from the gun, Manning. Hit as he throws. And that one is incomplete. It's the end of the first quarter. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. Fourth down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. Manning to throw for it on fourth. Fires to the wideout. Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Safeties are in the back, and they have so much ground to cover. You see them. They can go sideline to sideline. Great job reading the quarterback's eyes, breaking on the football, going.
Got some room to run. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Back to pass. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play.
Got it! And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1. The Bulldogs will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Here's Nate Frazier. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Bulldogs! That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Play action, here's Manning. Now adjusting. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking left. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He'll try to take it back.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And he tacks on the extra point.
Number 91, set to Texas.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Arch is going to throw for it. Oh, they're after him. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. It's no surprise at all to find a Georgia defensive lineman wreaking havoc in the backfield.
Nah, find those big, physical, aggressive dudes that can be physical enough to play.
Going deep. Upstairs, he's got it. He's loose on the right. He's at the touchdown, Texas. Once he got some room, it was over.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
Under fire. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. And he's not going to take the touchback. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Creates a little. There's a crease. Smashes ahead. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Georgia going up tempo.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in.
Oh, he's got some space. He smashes his way through again. Touchdown, Bulldog. He would not be denied. He scores for the 5th time in this game.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
Set to advance on the football.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Manning makes the catch. It's Townsend. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Longhorns come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Back to pass, it's Manning. Heaves it on the run. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Right back to him. Got enough for the first. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. Just inside the 40-yard line, it's 1st and 10 from the 39. This time he wants to throw. Steps away. Gets rid of it. It's complete to the right. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. And the Bulldogs will have it 1st and 10. They'll give to Frazier. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over $100 on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. Fights off a defender. Man, there were some collisions in there before he was finally stopped about a yard short. It'll be 4th down. From the red zone, it's Frazier. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
How nice is it to have a running back with this guy's skill set, right? That's not a guaranteed give-me 4th down conversion either, but still, they trust in him to find the crease and keep this drive alive.
The Dogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking to pass, it's Stockton. Makes a catch. Now the connection takes it to the 11. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Running inside, it's Frazier. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Georgia comes quickly to the line. On 3rd down, here's Frazier. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. Timeout on the field, and that's the 2nd call by Georgia. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, 1st and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Bulldogs take their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Bringing the heat. Lets it go to the end zone. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. The 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Longhorns! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And there's something you don't see often, a 100-yard interception return for a touchdown. As a quarterback, you know those windows are really small to throw into. And if you don't throw it on time, it's going to get, at minimum, tipped, maybe picked. That's the worst possible scenario for a quarterback. What a play by the defense.
Here's Manning to throw. Moving out to the right. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
That is the score. Georgia 35, Texas 19. Number 44, set to kick this one away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Still on his feet at the 45. After that big game, maybe no longer content to just run the ball and go to the locker room. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Makes it past the marker. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out. A live look between the hedges. Sanford Stadium in Athens. A top 8 showdown. Both teams hoping to fight their way into the college football playoffs. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the Georgia Bulldogs. Pre-State State Holly Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Anytime you step between the hedges at Sanford Stadium, you know you are on hallowed ground in college football. This is one of the best places you'll ever watch a college football game. The red and the black, the dogs, even the Uggas are buried in the stadium. This is one of the most iconic spots in all of college football. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bussey. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Escapes the pressure going right. He'll pull it down and run. At the 35, he's loose. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
How nice is it to be an offensive coordinator and you call a pass play, but your guy turns it into an explosive run? Like, that is so much fun to call. Good protection up front, but he just sees space so well. They drop back, he finds the holes, and, man, before you know it, he's just chewing up yards and making big plays.
A&M comes back out with another first down. Reed. On the move, he fires. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play.
He rifles one deep down the right side. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
And this defense has to be ready for this. The offense likes to be aggressive. They like to take shots. That won't be the last time they try one of these 50-50 type balls down the boundary. Defense better be ready.
Working that left side now. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. The run inside. It's Owens. Thrust that arm out. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. The noise level is relentless here on second down. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
Well, it's no wonder this quarterback is getting more and more confident. Not necessarily throwing it, but I think running it. We saw that earlier in this drive, too. On that last play, he's thinking to himself, man, it's been working for me so far. Every time I just tuck it, take off scrambling, something good seems to happen. So that's not going to stop. And I think moving forward, this defense has got to expect him to scramble more often.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. On third down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies!
And you knew his legs were a weapon, and he shows it to you right there, running it into the end zone. And this offense, man, they are a good offense, and they are in a good rhythm early in this football game. We talked about the quarterback. We talked about his speed. He can make these type of plays. And on the first drive, Palmer, the defense didn't have any answers. They better find something.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to find them, too, just because of that athleticism and just how he can attack defenses with his arm, with his feet, the different playmakers surrounding him as well. There's a lot to get prepared for in a week when you're playing against this offense, and I just think they saw everything there on that opening drive. They're going to have to do some soul-searching on the sidelines early.
They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Turning it on. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Past the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Ballmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when you see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now on this defense to tackle.
He'll bring it out. It's Morrill. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Quarterback keep. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. Deafening noise. Reed trying to cut through it. It's complete. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Reed. A little screen to the running back. At the 45, on his way. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first.
Got a little grass. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. You count up those explosive plays in the game, and you put a little extra star by the big run.
Yeah, and this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss it. If this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options. He's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
He'll step out of bounds at about the 11.
And, man, this defense, they look a little bit frustrated. Like, he's done this time and time again here in the first half, and it's still early in this football game, but they got to find an answer for his legs. Like, he's chewing up too many yards, making too many big plays. Got to find a way to make him one-dimensional and make some bad things happen when he tries to take off and run the football.
They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. And the Aggies kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Big time play by the defense, he'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback.
He caught it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Texas A&M! You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in the clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Not going to take a knee. Here he comes. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. We reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to throw. It's Stockton. Setting up the screen. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Tight end now in motion. Here's a give to Frazier. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, there was something the quarterback liked in the pre-snap there, thinking his primary target was going to have a favorable matchup, but the defense did a nice job disguising that look. They got more bodies over to him and forced the incompletion.
That's it fly. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint and try to put some points on the board.
High the chains now on 2nd and long. On the option. He'll keep it again on the option.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
On the gun, on 3rd down, it's Marcel Reed. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And the offense got themselves.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Quarterback making adjustments. 4th down, Reed. A shot for the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
That's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it, be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. they always seem to have great units on the offensive line. Guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they've put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
And with that last carry into triple, maybe some room here. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
And the Dogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Handoff for Frazier. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Motion from the wideout. The play action fake. Unloads it downfield. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Looking for more room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Goes to the option. Pulls it on the option. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. All by himself down the middle. Takes it in. Touchdown, Georgia. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Coming out with it, it's Bussey. Slips through the line. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking it out of the end zone, making a huge play.
And he's going to bring this one out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Bulldogs using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. To the air, it's Stockton. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Breaks into the open. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Georgia going up tempo. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Makes the catch, and he's free. Around and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field.
Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Here's Reed to throw. Pocket breaking down. Makes a deep grab. Huge play on that one. Took it across the 50, and they'll mark him down at the 45. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Plucks it out of the air. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. Timeout is called. They let it get down to 3 seconds before stopping the clock, and they'll have a chance to put points up before the break. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. He splits the uprights, and they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the third quarter started. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Still on his feet at the 40. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good third down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you wanted. Like the interception, the turnover. Good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
You know, when you talk to quarterback coaches, they oftentimes say, my goal for my guy is to complete 65 to 70% of his throws. That has not been the case for this guy. He is under 33% throwing in this game. That's the reason, guys, why they're losing.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Aggies. The defense putting points on the board.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead.
How about that, guys? That's basically a 15-point swing. Defense gets a pick 6, and then your offense gets the 2-point conversion. Wow.
And he's not going to take the touchback. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No.
Makes the grab in their space. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down.
Well, this tight end's really good at finding soft spots and zones. It's not just working over the middle of the field either, but also on the perimeter of the field. And that time, as soon as he releases off the ball, he knows there's no one following me, running with.
Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. Bringing it back. He's inside the 40. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
Not only did they get the interception, but they're able to get a huge return. Remember, this team practices this all week, right? Once they get the interception, they've got guys.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Texas A&M will line up with a first and goal. Throwing Reed. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. And the route is on.
And remember back, guys, the defense gives them the short field, and the offense takes care of business. And now building this lead and really putting pressure on the other side. The offense on the other side is going to have to get pass happy. So dial up that nickel, dial up that dime, get that pass defense ready.
Back to throw, it's Reed. Here comes the heat. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
That keeps the score. Texas A&M 38, Georgia 14. Number 24, set to kick this one.
And he's going to bring this one out. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. Here comes the Georgia offense ready to go on the attack. Mistakes are going to happen as they did on that last drive. Now how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big long.
He's got it along the sideline. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
To the air on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive. And you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3/4 of a football game.
And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver at his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Reed escapes the pressure to his right. He'll try to do it himself. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll run the option. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Brought down at the 16-yard line, and that will likely bring out the punt team. The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. Reed to throw for it on 4th. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Breaks the tackle. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.